Welcome to the second season of The Modern Hotelier, the fastest growing hospitality podcast. Both hosts were named top 100 most powerful people in hospitality and voted fourth most popular podcast by the International Hospitality Institute. Each episode will get to know an industry expert and we'll discuss the latest trends in hospitality to help you, the modern hotelier. So here we are, HITEC 2023, the Hockey Hall of Fame. We're excited about all the guests we're going to interview tonight. So let's talk about what we're going to do tonight.
Absolutely. And Gain is hosting this event here at the
Correct.
Hockey Hall of Fame. And you're part of Gain. Can you tell us more about this event and, kind of how it all came together?
Yeah, well, this was really, so Michael Cohen, who's, local, really had the idea that, hey, let's have this at the Hockey Hall of Fame. We're going to be in Toronto. This is only the second time that the North American HITEC has been outside of the U.S. And we gathered sponsors, we gathered great people, and, so far, we've had a great event.
Absolutely. And I mean, HITEC has been so fun, and we've been going to it for years. I've been going since 2017. You've been going since 1904. Tell us kind of how you have seen. I want to know why you keep coming back, and I'll say the same, but what's unique about HITEC?
Well, first of all, the horse that I rode to the first HITEC I went to was a great horse, but we'll get into that another time. So HITEC is just a place where, you get, it's really cool because you get hotels that come here. Yeah. You get vendors, so you have your partnership relationships, and it becomes a community of people over time that, you look forward to that one time a year where you're all getting together and you know that you're going to see them on the trade show floor. You're going to see them at lunch. You're going to see them at the opening reception. There's going to be parties, and it's where you build those relationships. And, I think HITEC sometimes can be a little more partnership driven than the actual, vendor client side. Yeah. But still, hotels come here and they enjoy it and they get to see all the new technology that's out there.
Absolutely. And just walking the trade show and seeing the variety of technology is awesome. And the people that you meet here, all hospitality folks, which love to chat, love to get to know people and build those relationships. So it's one of the most welcoming communities I think I've ever been a part of.
Yep.
And it's just always a pleasure to go. And I think one of the things that it follows is we talked to Neil Foster earlier and how he is as a human being and just kind of, I feel like almost a definition of hospitality, just like a very hospitable person. And the show just seems to follow his lead.
Yeah, so as you go to more and more HITECs, it becomes the Cheers of trade shows. Yeah. Everybody knows your name. You walk down an aisle, you see people, you hug them. And we're an industry where, it might sound funny, but, I see you. I haven't seen you in a couple months. We're going to hug each other.
Absolutely.
We got grown men hugging each other, happy to see each other. We have a great time. But it's this kind of community of people that just have known each other, have worked together. There's people here that you've worked in different companies with. You respect them. I'm of the mindset that you should know who your competitors are, respect them, meet with them, get in front of them, talk to them. And this gives you that opportunity that there's not very many events this size of nature that you can do that in North America.
All right, today we have on Nick Horgan. Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you so much. Well, first off, I'm extremely excited to be here with Gain and the team in the Hockey Hall of Fame. So I played hockey very early on in my life. Never quite made it pro. I thought maybe I should have, but I guess high school is as high as it went for me. So thank you to the Gain team for getting me into the Hall of Fame, and I guess that's as close as I'm going to get to the Stanley Cup.
What position did you play?
I was a left wing and center. I liked center more.
You're a scorer.
Exactly.
Got it. Very cool. So how many HITECs have you been to?
This is number 25 for me.
Wow.
So what makes you keep coming back?
The energy of the show, and it's the relationships and the people. And really it is the older I've gotten, which I guess at 25 HITECs, I have to admit that I am actually old now, and I'll live with that part of it. But it really is, the team does such a good job of getting the right people in hospitality here. And I know this year there were some concerns and challenges with another show at the same time. But what I'll say is it's been extremely successful for me so far. And the right people have been here. So I'm really excited about this, and even more excited about this event that David Mullally and Michael C. Cohen pulled together and the Gain team at the Hockey Hall of Fame. I think you can probably see behind me, there's a great turnout of really the who's who in hospitality. So I like to just ride on the coattails of people like David and be here. So thank you for that, David. Welcome. I really do appreciate it.
I got to get some new coattails. I don't know what's going on. So tell us what you're doing now. What are you doing now?
So I am the Chief Commercial Officer of Amaze Insights, which is a new startup company that had a very strong head start. So our CEO, Jamie Job, had been doing reporting for about 25 years. And Mike Kenny, who is our Chief Product Officer, they founded the company, and they had a great deal of momentum before I joined with Ford Blakely. So they were on just really a very strong start to a fantastic company. And then I made an investment, as well as a couple of other people who made an investment. And since that time, we grew from around 300 hotels to about 1,800 hotels on the product, which we're extremely excited about. We did announce here at the show our relationship with Aimbridge, and they've just been really a phenomenal partner to spend some time with.
So I haven't been to 25 HITECs, but I'm close. I think 23. This HITEC, have you seen anything? Sometimes I get like a little frustrated when I see like phone systems and stuff like that and not enough robotics. Is there anything you've seen as you walked around today that you were kind of like, wow, that's kind of cool?
Sure. So I personally do get excited about the robotics, but the thing that really blew me away that I'm excited that I get a chance to do tomorrow is the hologram. So making myself a hologram is really not an experience I thought I would be able to do.
Yeah.
And seeing it in person, how strong that was. And Michael had told me about it before.
Right.
But actually seeing the hologram was impressive to me. And so he did promise that I'll get a chance to be a hologram. So that's going to be a new experience for me. So hopefully that will happen.
That's great.
I was walking past the hologram today, and Ira Volk was doing a handstand in the hologram. And she had a whole group around. Everybody's taking pictures of it. It's one of the coolest exhibits at HITEC this year.
So I'm very bummed to have missed that. I guess the only thing that could have made an awesome Gain event better is we could have been, live streaming with another Hall of Fame somewhere else on that. But there's always next year, David.
Yeah,
not throwing shade on your unbelievable event.
We are working on it. We're in the works for 2024. We're planning.
Just so it's clear, though, I would like to be invited as me, myself, not just the hologram version of me. So let's not let my family, because I would love to be with my beautiful wife and family, but don't let her know that it's an option for me to just hologram into HITEC, because I would like to still come.
We'll put the hologram at your house so she thinks you're home. And you can be here.
That's even better.
All right,
let's go with
work
that.
on that. I'm sure the technology will evolve.
We just won't show her this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
We just won't show her this.
No, we will.
What's your favorite thing you've done in Toronto? Obviously, this is on the top of the list. But besides this, have you gone to any great dinners or done anything that you really liked or you're looking forward to?
It's hard for me to top this, but really, my older brother is also in the industry, Lee Horgan, and the two of us got a picture together with the Stanley Cup.
Oh, wow.
And so my favorite thing has not actually happened yet, and it really is going to be sending the text to my mom of both of us here at HITEC together with the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
I've been to a Super Bowl before and I've seen the Super Bowl trophy, but I grew up a hockey fan, so seeing this one is absolutely key.
That's awesome.
And I know my mom, who's also a big hockey fan, I know how happy it's going to make her when she sees her two sons with the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, that's great.
Sadly, we didn't get it by winning it, but you know what? Being here with Gain is as close as can be, the Boston Bruins.
Okay. All right, well, we've won some recently, so you're good.
They have. I mean, me personally.
Oh, personally, okay. Oh, shit,
but I am very
suit up.
I am extremely. I have a lot of friends in Las Vegas, so Las Vegas Golden Knights really cool. winning the Stanley Cup, it really is good. And seeing what Las Vegas as a city has done. So I have a lot of friends in that market, and it's been really good to see that city come back so well from the pandemic. It really does make me happy. We went to a Taylor Swift concert in Las Vegas while NCAA basketball was going on. And that's the one city, I think, where you can have two massive events at the same time, and the city doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
100%.
All right, well, thank you so much for the time, Nick. We appreciate it, buddy.
I so appreciate being here, and thank you very much.
You got it.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Take care.
All right. So welcome. Thanks for coming on. Why don't you tell us your name, where you're from, and where you work?
Sure. My name is Parul. It's pronounced as Parul and not Parul. And I'm from California. I work for Placemaker. It's a real estate and a hospitality amalgamation. So we basically convert multifamily assets into hotels.
Very cool. Very cool. And is this your first HITEC, or have you been to a few?
It is my second HITEC.
Your second HITEC. What are your thoughts so far?
I really love coming to HITEC. So my first was last year. And I really thought that, all right, it's going to be okay. I mainly came for HSMAI, and I got a pass through HITEC. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and attend it. And then I met so many of our partners, and I met so many other partners who I connected with, and I just see so much more value.
Sure.
So I had to come back this year again. And again, I found new partners that I would want to work with, because I just feel that hospitality is a space that is doing really well, but we don't have the ability to build all tech in-house.
Right.
And we should take advantage of all the tech that's being built. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have if someone was asking you, why do you go to HITEC? Do you have I know you gave a little bit there, but did you have one reason why you would tell someone you need to come to HITEC? It moves around. It's in Orlando. It's in LA, Toronto. But why should somebody come to HITEC?
I think the reason that people should come to HITEC is for the fact that hospitality needs to evolve. At least I can say that from my experience, that hospitality needs to evolve. We need to be more technologically advanced. That's what our guests want. But we can't build everything in-house. Right. And we need to leverage everything that others are doing much better, and because they have the expertise in that, and basically integrate all of that into one system and give it back to our guests.
So have you done anything in Toronto besides the Hockey Hall of Fame that you've really enjoyed, or have you eaten anywhere that's spectacular?
I've been to 2 places last night. I go to school. I'm doing my MBA, and one of my classmates stays here, but I don't know the name of those places.
Okay.
But it was a very nice French restaurant, and then this was it was a hotel with a rooftop on the 44th floor, and that was really good for drinks too.
You can't go wrong with a rooftop.
You can't. So it went really well.
Yeah.
That's great. So we hope you have a great tomorrow.
Thank you.
We know that you're here at HITEC, but you're also doing HSMAI, the Rock conference, and we don't know if this was your first podcast, but hopefully it'll be one of many. You did a great job, and we really appreciate having you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Great.
Thanks so much. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Why don't you introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and what company you're with?
So, Rory Power, my company is Enterprise Ireland. We're the trade development agency of the Irish government. I'm from Ireland originally, but based in New York. I've been managing our team there for the last 5 years.
Awesome. So is this your first HITEC?
My second HITEC.
Your second HITEC.
I was in Orlando last year, and happy to return this year.
So what do you think? So you've been to 2 HITECs now. This is your second. Why do you think it's important? I'm assuming you'll do the third one in Charlotte next year. Why do you think it's important to come to this event?
Interestingly, with Enterprise Ireland, we cover a lot of different market sectors. The travel hospitality is only one of what we do. But and I've been doing that for 8 years now with the agency. HITEC is unlike any other event that I've been to in terms of the collegiality of the audience that come to it, the quality of that audience, and interestingly, I think the sincerity of that audience. People come to HITEC to meet partners and to do business. Right. We have a number of our clients exhibiting at the show, and they've even said the quality of the people that are coming by. It's not like other trade shows where there's a stream of people all day long and you're trying to filter through. But everybody that came onto their stands today, wanted to talk about business, was interested in hearing about the product. And for me, I don't see that at any other show in any other sector.
That's important, yeah.
Oh, it's hugely important, but it's a real feather in the cap for HITEC as well.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely. So I know we're only on, I guess, the first day of the trade show, second day of the conference. Have you done anything fun in Toronto yet that you've had a blast doing, I guess?
I haven't done an awful lot of stuff in Toronto. Strangely, it's my second time in Toronto in 3 weeks. Last time I brought the bad weather with me as well.
Yeah, you did.
I did, and I brought it back on Sunday, which is the only thing I brought because I didn't bring a suitcase. I'm still waiting for that to arrive.
Oh no!
But thanks to my AirTag, I can see it squarely on the apron at Newark, so I know it's safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So with this being your second HITEC, walking around today, was there anything that you saw today that you kind of were like, wow, that's a pretty cool company or product or something you weren't expecting to see?
So I think a lot of it we've seen before, but I think there's iterations and tweaks of it. I mean, you can't ignore the hologram on the way in. That's just super impressive. Kind of makes me fear for a lot of our jobs at some point in terms of the way it works. It's I thought that was quite cool. I think the robotics is really interesting, and there's been different iterations of that over the years, and I've seen it live in hotels. But it's really exciting to see how they move around the floor and interact around people. For myself, if I think about the Irish companies that are exhibiting here, people like Halo SOS, they're really standing out in what's a very competitive market for them. P3 on the booking engines,
right? Yeah,
they're drawing great attention. They've recently gone live with Omni Hotels, which is a great achievement for them here in the US, and that's bringing them on to other things. They're now an Oracle partner as well. So for me, I'm enjoying seeing their success. Other clients include Stoby, so that's AI chat for hotel websites. Prompt payments are here as well, so they're working with Freedom Pay, partner Freedom Pay. I'm working with Oracle now as well. So we have Irish companies from across the spectrum interacting well, and that's kind of what I enjoy seeing. On the wider space, it's hard not to be impressed by just the depth of companies, and I mean the hall is full of cool things as well.
That's great.
From the LG and Samsung screens to all the little bits, but really the whole spectrum is covered, and it's great to see that. Yeah.
So last question is, you're a sponsor here tonight at this fabulous event. We're very happy with the turnout. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Really enjoyed the event. Our sponsorship tonight actually came from a fortuitous connection at HITEC last year in Toronto. It was an accidental conversation at a coffee machine.
Yeah.
And then I ultimately ended up chatting with yourself, Dave, and I'm with Michael, and we've had a great relationship since, so couldn't have been happier to sponsor the event tonight. For me, actually, as part of the sponsorship team, it's fantastic to be able to turn up at an event that's been organised.
Right, turnkey.
Absolutely. Our local team here, we're checking in with me today saying, what do you need us to do? What can we do? And I go, turn up, enjoy it and talk to people. And it's been great to be able to do that. But a super event, and couldn't argue with the quality of people that you've been able to get here tonight. It's fantastic.
That's great. We appreciate it. Have a great Wednesday, and we appreciate you stopping by.
David, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
All right, and now we have on Tara Wynne-Parry. Tara, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, it's my first podcast ever.
Wow. Welcome.
So I'm nervous. But I work at a company called Sensible Weather.
Cool.
I live in the Bay Area. It's my first HITEC/HSMAI and first time to Toronto.
Very cool. What's your first impression of HITEC so far?
Well, I actually haven't been accepted into HITEC yet because I have a ticket to HSMAI.
Okay.
But I'm working on it. But so far, generally, conference, great. Lots of awesome hoteliers, lots of great tech companies, and generally a great vibe.
So tell us, what made you decide, I've seen you before at like ILC events, what made you decide to come to HSMAI Rock here in Toronto?
Well, I'd been to a couple of other events where I met you and everyone said like HITEC's the one to come to. So my company, we're kind of newer on the scene.
Yep.
So we decided to go, and we got tickets to HSMAI and HITEC and just see which one, works for us, and, vibe it out for the next year.
Cool. Great. That's good.
What's your first impression of Toronto?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Saw the lake, beautiful sunset. Everyone had a lot of trouble getting here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard, myself included. So I've learned that there's not a ton of flights here all the time. But other than that, great, vibrant. Where I live, it's very sleepy. So, it's cool to see people out. Like, it's cool. When I arrive home, I worry if my flight gets in after 9:30. I'm like, there's going to be nowhere to eat. Everything's going to be closed. So here, there's so much going on. And, people out. I was like, which night is it? It's Tuesday. And everyone's out. So, it was good.
That's good. So give us, I'm familiar with your company. I know, like you said, you're starting out, you're new. So why should hotels work with Sensible Weather?
First of all, we're a climate tech company.
Yep.
We sell a product that's weather protection.
Yep.
So guests have the opportunity to add it onto their stay. And every day that it rains during their vacation, we reimburse the guest. So the hotel keeps their money. Guest has confidence booking that if, peace of mind that if the weather doesn't go their way, they can get a little bit of money back. We also offer a rev share to our partners, and there's no cost to work with us. So we've been told it's a no-brainer.
Got it.
Not my words, but yeah, I mean, the weather is that one factor you can't control. So give guests the options to protect their trip and offer an enhanced guest experience that they'll get reimbursed while they're there, and maybe put that money into a massage or just go straight to the bar and be like, woohoo, I've got extra money in my pocket. Yeah. Today was free. So yeah, and also we're easy to work with. So we've got a number of integrations with some great partners. AZDS RevRaise is one of them. We also have other ways to work with us that are less technical. So why not try it?
That's great. Well, you did great for your first podcast. We hope you have a very successful second day at HSMAI Rock and HITEC. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. And hopefully a second podcast. Maybe one day.
Yeah, you might have one coming up. This is like your teaser reel where you're getting people to like show interest in getting you on their podcast.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's all good.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Guys.
Thank you. All right, so now we have a face that's familiar to the podcast.
Yes.
Andre from HoloConnects, welcome back to the show.
Lovely meeting you guys here in person.
Absolutely.
And thank you for having us again.
You bet, you bet. So is this your first HITEC?
Yes, first HITEC, first time Toronto, first time Canada. So,
what are your first impressions?
About HITEC or
Everything.
Canada? Well, Toronto is very good. We went out having a drink last day and the day before and the day there before. So it was pretty good. HITEC also amazing. We got a lot of positive feedback about our technology. People have us on our short list, on their short list, so that's good. So they went to visit our booth, and they really liked it.
I mentioned it earlier, but iRevoke came to your booth and was doing handstands and in the hologram. But your booth has just been, it seems like it's been busy all day.
It was busy all day, but it was also because we had those sessions with all this industry expert, and they brought all those people together. So it was a great way to just demoing or show what our technology is about.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was crazy today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you're here at HITEC. We think it's been a great event tonight here at the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What's any events coming up? What's next for your company? What are there any announcements? Any new?
Yeah, there are going to be some big announcements.
Okay.
But I will leave them out in the blank right now. But yeah, we're doing some great pilots with some great companies, some great chains, all with different use cases, which will probably get out there in the next couple of months.
Great, yeah.
And I can only foresee real success in the future for us.
Well, like Steve said, you're a repeat guest now. We wish you all the success in the world. We hope you have a great Wednesday, and we're happy that you're here, and we hope we see you in Charlotte next year at that HITEC.
Same to you. And looking forward to the next meeting, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good.
All right,
you.
thanks.
Thank you very much, Andre.
Good luck. Thanks.
All right, and now we have on Marnix.
Exactly.
The other co-founder of HoloConnects. How are you doing, buddy?
Thank you for having me, Steve and David. I'm doing great. Great.
Good.
Great city.
How's HITEC going so far? Day 2. What's been your favorite part so far?
The favorite part is having a great conversation and great reactions of all the people and attendees over here.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like you guys have kind of been almost a talk of HITEC. Was that the intention going into this? You guys had the booth with Frank. You have the other HoloConnect at your booth. People have been talking about you. Like
it's all planned. It's all planned.
Yeah.
Of course it's great that people speak of our technology and of our company. So grateful, very grateful of how it's been accepted.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
For us, I think, for Steve and I, I've been to 23 HITECs.
Yeah.
So I probably got another 10 before I pass away. But anyway, to see the holograms was really cool. It was like so HITEC is supposed to be high tech. You think like this is.
Yep.
Was there anything that you saw that you thought like, wow, that's kind of cool, or anything that you saw that you're like, wow, that's really low tech? Why is it here?
So to be honest, I was a lot of going back and forth between the two holograms that we have. So I didn't have the chance really to go into the field and check other technologies. So just speaking for ourselves, hopefully one of the higher technologies and high-tech technologies at HITEC.
So final question. So is this your first time to Toronto?
Yeah, first time Toronto, first time Canada then of course, and first time at HITEC also.
Have you done anything cool outside of HITEC that you really enjoyed or that you liked about the city?
yeah, just walking around in the city, it's a very beautiful city. And hopefully after HITEC, we can go to Niagara Falls.
Oh, cool.
Just being a little bit touristic. But afterwards, we go back to the Netherlands again.
Okay.
And back to work. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, well, you guys are super busy. We appreciate you stopping by. We wish you all the success.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow, kill it, because tomorrow's the day, because Thursday will not be a good day. Sorry to break that to you. But whatever you can get tomorrow, get, because Thursday,
yeah, we will do.
Thursday was not a good day. I'm a little bit of have an opinion on that. But anyway, but we appreciate you guys. And again, we wish you all the success.
Thank you very, very much for having us. And again,
we appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Man. Thank you.
Take care,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome to the Modern Hotelier. Thanks for stopping by. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell people where you're from?
Hi, I'm Michael O'Donnell. I'm the chairman and CEO of Relay Robotics, a California-based robotics company focused on hotel delivery. That's really why we're here and why we're excited to be at HITEC.
Awesome. So I'm assuming this isn't your first HITEC.
It's actually my second HITEC.
Your second HITEC?
I just started last year, and we went to HITEC Orlando. Right. But we really wanted to be here this year because we're debuting a new robot, Relay 2, twice as big, a 10-gallon payload, accessories, all the things that hotels want. So really excited to debut here at HITEC and here at the Hall of Fame.
Awesome.
Right. So I'm sure, obviously every company has competition. Why is it that here we are, we're at a hospitality, the biggest hospitality, North American hospitality trade show, and there's labor shortage, there's issues, but yet I don't see any other companies here that are really doing what you guys do. Well, why do you think that is? I mean,
a couple of things. Well, I think you see a lot of robots in Asia and from China and elsewhere. And I think some of the hotels here in North America are a little uncomfortable bringing in robots from those parts of the world with some of the security considerations. Because these robots do talk to your hotel. They ride on your Wi-Fi network.
Yep.
Often your phone system, sometimes even your payment systems. So the fact that we've got a U.S.-made robot, I think, makes more people comfortable.
Right.
Having said that, we anticipate seeing more and more robots coming in the market. We have to move quickly. We think we're innovating better than anyone else.
Right.
And we're excited to be here. But robots are the future for many of these roles. Many of the workers who left during the pandemic are not coming back to hospitality. Also, this huge push on immigration, where a lot of politicians are really anti-immigrant. Who was doing those hotel jobs in housekeeping,
100%,
and bellman delivery? So you've got this imbalance. And the technology's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
We now a robot can go from the front desk all the way to a guest room on the 16th floor, riding the elevators autonomously. And the technology is very reliable and safe. And lastly, if you ask a guest, would you rather have us bring up your food and beverage with a human or a robot? Bring the robot. It doesn't have COVID. I don't have to tip them. So, and the social media benefits of a robot. It's really interesting, all these converging in one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And are there types of hotels that you think should really be looking into robots?
Yeah. Well, definitely hotels where you have a limited staff. So you only have one person working the front desk at night. And you get a phone call at 11 o'clock. Hey, can you bring some towels up to room 1303? Does the person shut the front door and lock it? Do they leave the front desk unoccupied? Or do you send the robot? So that's a perfect example. But we've also seen some of the higher end hotels, like even a Mandarin Oriental or the Boca Raton, which is a 5-star hotel. They love to have the robot there for the guest experience.
Yeah.
To mingle with guests in the lobby or to make deliveries. So it's really a cross-section of brands that are choosing the robot.
Are you the robots in the Dream Hotel or no?
We are. The Dream Hollywood has 2 of our robots.
Yeah. We had Judy on, and it was fantastic.
They're a wonderful new brand. They're recently acquired by Hyatt.
Correct, yeah.
And it has a lot of personality, and they've been a pioneer in showcasing some of this technology, and the guests love it.
That's great.
So one thing I've heard about robots is the one thing they can't do yet is make the bed. Are we going to see that soon?
I think that's harder than you think.
I believe it.
Cleaning is harder than you
think.
make
the bed.
That's right.
I don't know how a damn robot's
going to
do it.
So right now we're focused on making a delivery just outside the guest room and not going into a guest room.
Yeah.
It can be a bit of a war zone when you open that door.
Absolutely.
But we think we can help the housekeepers more and more with supplies, with towels, with linens. And so we'll do that. We've explored vacuuming. That's definitely interesting. You see vacuuming robots in the home market.
Correct, yeah.
So that's something we've considered, as well as maybe even the back of the house, having robots that are even larger to transport luggage or other items. So we've got a lot of technology in the relay robot. There's close to $50 million of R&D invested. So we can take it a number of ways. This year, we're going to focus on getting our Relay 2 into as many hotels in North America as possible.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. You just need to put one of those portable vacuums like a Bissell on top of them so they clean as they go. I think
We've had it.
Exactly.
We've done prototypes with Bissell. We're really interested in doing that. But we think there's such a huge market for delivery.
Right.
Absolutely.
35,000 plus hotels.
Yeah.
We have a long way to go.
So last question. We've interviewed some fantastic people here tonight. This has been a fantastic event. You're a sponsor. How's the night been for you?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I mean, we saw a lot of these customers and prospects and partners on the show floor, but to come in a historic venue like this, being around these championship trophies, it's really inspiring. And a chance for people to kind of let their hair down, have some fun. We've got our robot here showing that off. So it's just been a wonderful evening.
Great. Well, thank you, and have a great Wednesday at HITEC.
We will. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it, man.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, coming on the Modern Hotelier podcast. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us where you're from and what company you're with.
I'm Pascal. I'm a French boy.
Okay.
And happy to be in Canada for a few days, you know, enjoying the English side of Canada.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, have you
got it's the first time here. You know, I know the French side, but I've never made it to the English side.
Yeah. Very cool. So is this your first HITEC, second HITEC? How many
my
HITEC?
First HITEC. You know, I'm a fresh baby born on HITEC.
What's your first impression?
Cool. You know, it's a cool show. Very friendly. It's almost like a family mindset.
It is.
It's like a lot of people have I've been almost like tattoos by companies that they've been working for many, many years and feel almost like a sorority type of gathering.
So, you know this. We have a lot of friends in common that are within your company. You've built a great team. I mean, you've got great people. I mean, I've worked with the people that you have in EMEA. So tell us about Thynk and what's like the next big thing for you as you move into the US.
I wouldn't say that, but something I wanted to highlight, David, before last week, I counted the number, we're still a startup, we're still a tiny company, and I counted the number of years of hospitality experience we've gathered in the company.
Huge.
And it's over 250 years.
Oh my goodness.
In the company. And we're still a startup, we're like that young startup, young professional having fun, but altogether we gathered 250 years of experience.
Wow.
And the next big thing in the US, obviously we're already quite successful in Europe, in Middle East, and we're opening Asia now. And the US is the next big move for us.
Right.
We already have 2 customers. We landed 2 customers here.
Right.
And we got, fairly, few more interested.
Good.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what Thynk does?
Thynk is it's to us, it's a new vision for hospitality. Hospitality till now has been structured with silos anchored on the property, PMSs. Stay-centric, property-centric, and there is nothing really helping the brand that sits on top of the properties. So as a consumer, and I rather talk about the consumer than the guest.
Yes.
As a consumer, you got a great experience from the time you check in till the time that you check out, but the experience you're having with the brand is limited.
Right.
We believe that brand should have their own core system, their own information system that is customer-centric, data-driven, and that will sit on top of the PMSs. And that's what we built.
Wow. And I come from the PMS world, and that is deeply needed in that system because it is so siloed, and it's just hard for these different technologies to communicate to each other.
Yes.
So I love this. I love it.
So we'll wrap it up with you. How have you enjoyed tonight? Have you had a good time? Do you like this Hockey Hall of Fame? You enjoyed it?
Hockey Hall of Fame, it's amazing. It looks like a church. I don't know. Was it a church?
I don't know, but it does. I believe you.
I've been told it was a bank.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was a bank. It may have been a church before being a bank, And
if it was probably a teeny bank.
It's an amazing building.
That's great.
Love it.
Well, we want to wish you all the best. We know, like I said, I know a lot of your team members, great people. Your company's great. You guys have done a great job. You just raised a good round of funding. Yeah. We wish you all the success in wherever, and Asia, maybe, US.
One thing that I like to highlight
is
that we're all in the asset business. Hospitality asset business. Walls are asset. Furniture is asset.
Yep.
We believe that data should be part of the asset.
Yeah, agreed.
100%.
But data is like, it's like gold. You can own a gold mine. A gold mine has no value. Gold has value when it's dug,
right,
and when it's cleaned, and that's what we do as well.
Absolutely,
that's great. That's true. So we hope you had a great first day. We wish you an even better second day.
Yes,
and the theme of the night for me is Thursday's not going to be good. Sorry, but so enjoy.
All right, welcome to the Modern Hotelier, Amanda Glover. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about where you're from, what company you're working for?
Sure. My name is Amanda. I'm from Dormakaba. We do access control solutions, so locks for hotels. We do the software and hardware behind the access control.
Very cool. Is this your first HITEC, or have you been to many of HITECs?
I've been to many of HITECs. This is my fifth one, I believe.
Fifth?
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you think?
It's been great so far. I got here a few hours ago. So far, so good.
How did you get here? I think we need to talk about this because this is how far people are going to HITEC.
You know, I already have PTSD from this. So I was supposed to fly from New York, land at noon on Monday. Today is now Tuesday. And I ended up having to rent a car and drive with not a complete stranger, but someone I didn't know very well, who was also attending HITEC on my same flight. So we had a 9-hour drive, and we went through hail. We went through crazy storms, flooding of the streets.
Wow.
Everyone was pulled over. We had to stay overnight in upstate New York because the roads were closed. And we finally made it today at noon. So come hell or high water, literally.
Absolutely.
We made it.
So if you've been in the industry for a while now, so if you were talking to somebody who was new to the industry, why would you tell them to come to HITEC?
Well, right now, I don't know. No. I would say, I actually was talking to someone earlier who left the hospitality industry, and then she came back this year. And we were talking about how it is the most fun industry to work in. Everyone loves where they work. It is so hospitable, as it should be. Right. Everyone is so kind, excited to be in this industry. I have worked in other industries, and I will always stay in hospitality from now on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is this your first time in Toronto?
It is not.
It is not?
My second time, though. So I'm still relatively new.
Any tips for the newbies where this might be their first time here?
Oh, gosh. Well, the first time I was here, I was not in downtown. And it was a very different environment, different vibe, much more residential. So I think downtown Toronto is fun, exciting, lots of cool opportunities, cool architecture everywhere. So I think downtown Toronto is the place to be.
Absolutely.
Right. So tell us a little bit. You're new. We've known each other for a while. You've worked in very different roles. So,
yeah.
I mean, your last two jobs, those two were completely different than your current job. So with Dormakaba, tell us what you think is interesting about that and what you're seeing as you go out there and you sell.
So, yeah, great question. I'm really enjoying working at Dormakaba for a few different reasons. I would say probably the biggest reason is we are a security company, right, ultimately. So we're working on safety and security. And right now, the tourism industry as a whole is focusing on combating human trafficking.
Yep.
And we have a great role in that. So we are rolling out some new software where essentially we will track door activity to combat human trafficking, right? So different patterns of how often the door opens, when it opens, things like that. So it'll alert the hotel staff and they can go inspect what's going on.
Right.
So that's a really exciting project. I think that it's something that I'm very honored to be a part of and excited to see what happens with that and hope I can play a crucial role in combating human trafficking.
So it's kind of a complete 180, but you and Steve are both obviously a lot younger than me. So were either of you alive the last time the Cowboys went to a Super Bowl?
Yes.
No. Wait, it was in the 80s. Oh.
No, 90s.
90s.
I was in the 90s. Yes, I was
No,
alive.
I thought you were a real Cowboy fan, but
I am a Cowboys fan. Okay.
All right, I'm just
I think
checking.
it was, I don't know, 94?
probably 96, I think.
96?
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
my next guess.
that's it. Well, we thank you for joining
You know what?
us.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Go,
I really,
Pat, go.
My
Yeah.
favorite question thus far. Yeah.
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 Well, Steve's got to deal with Jordan
Well,
Love, so who knows?
Hey, it's going to be a great
and
season.
now we have Aaron Rodgers in New York. Well,
Jordan Love
New
is taking us
Jersey.
all the way. I am on the Love train. I am fully on board. I am
Yeah?
invested. And if he doesn't work out, I will be heartbroken because I'm all in on Jordan Love. I'm all in. All in.
Okay, I love
So
it.
you wait MVP
I
in
like
3
the
years.
commitment.
MVP in 3 years. So, all right.
we're right
well,
around the
thank you
corner.
for joining us.
Yeah,
This is
thanks
great.
for having me. Great to see you guys.
Good to see.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us where you're from and what company you're working for?
So I'm Phelim from P3 Hotel Software. Dublin, Ireland is where I come from. That's where the company's based. But
Yep.
I moved to Boulder, last October.
Awesome.
So to set up the US version of P3 over here.
That's great.
Very cool.
That's great.
So is this your first HITEC or have
No,
you been to a few?
We did HITEC last year. We had a stand last year in Orlando. My first HITEC was Indianapolis in 2019.
So tell us if you were talking to somebody, so you're obviously Enterprise Ireland is involved with you. If there was another Irish company in hospitality that was starting out, what would you tell them? What would you say to them why they should come to HITEC?
I thought you were going to start with the easy questions.
No, sorry.
Well, because to be fair, actually, HITEC is the only conference that covers all the US
Right.
for technology
Yep.
focused.
Correct. Yeah.
That's it. Like there is nothing else. Yeah. Whereas in Europe, you've got maybe kind of subset little conferences.
Yeah.
It's a bit harder to navigate. But Americans just do things well. We just do one and we do it right. That's HITEC.
Love
Good
to hear
answer.
that.
Yeah.
So were you able to make it on the trade show today at all?
Yeah,
The trade
yeah.
show floor?
Yeah,
Any
we just
cool
done-
technology you saw? Anything that stuck out to you?
Oh, did I get to walk around?
Yeah.
No, I didn't because we were too busy at the stand.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to do that probably tomorrow, Thursday. I'll have a good mosey round and see what's going on.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Were
yeah.
you able to explore Toronto at all since you've been here?
Yeah, I've been here since Saturday night.
Awesome.
I went to see the Blue Jays play the Oaklands,
Oakland A's, yes.
Oakland A's.
Correct, yeah.
who lost miserably.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
there.
it
I was
great
there.
game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I got slightly burnt.
So tell us about P3. Like, give us just like the elevator pitch, like what you guys do, how you're different. I know it's booking engine technology, but just give us some insight.
So very simply, it's booking engine technology. What makes us very different in the marketplace is, number one, we integrate with Oracle and Oracle only.
Right.
So rather than trying to build a system that integrates with multiple different platforms, and it ends up a bit like Spaghetti Junction,
Yep.
right, and code, it's just, we keep it simple, we integrate with Oracle, but it means we can integrate really, really well.
Right.
That's number one. And number two is we can offer our customers customization. So when you have a booking engine from P3, it's fully branded to that hotel's brand identity. So we can make the Marriott, the Hilton system for the smaller brands, if you know what I mean.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's great.
Awesome. So tell people how they can get in contact with you, how we find out more about your company as well.
HITEC.
HITEC. The only way you can find them right here.
Yeah, P3hotels.com. That's
Cool.
where we are. Yeah, P3hotels.com.
That's great. We appreciate having you. It sounds like you had a good Tuesday. Have a great Wednesday.
Yeah,
And,
it could be a little sore after tonight, but yeah.
That is HITEC. You know what the biggest key to HITEC is? You upgrade the padding in your booth.
100%.
Under the carpet.
100%.
Julia did that this year. She
That
said, I'm spending
is-
an extra $500 on padding. I
No.
said, what, do we really need that? She said, trust me, Thursday, you'll thank me.
That's the biggest secret. So thank her.
We have fluffy carpet.
Thank her.
Yeah, okay, I will do. Yeah.
When my feet get tired, I'm coming to stand by your booth.
We've got lovely couches as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. We
All
really
right.
appreciate it. And have a
Thanks
great
very
rest of the
much.
HITEC.
Okay.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
All right. Welcome to the Modern Hotelier. Thanks for stopping by. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Absolutely. My name's Bill Muench. I'm with HITEC Hospitality out of Scottsdale, Arizona.
Awesome. So is this your first HITEC or have you been to
No,
a few?
this is fourth HITEC, I think it is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Got it.
What makes you keep coming back?
It's really the connections you make, the people that you see every year, the new people, catching up on what the latest thing is in the
Right.
industry, what the developments are. And, just, learning about all those great products so you can help provide solutions for people, make their lives easier, and help them out. So
I've gotten into trouble tonight with this question, but
were
you able to walk the floor at all today?
I was able to walk the floor quite a bit today. I think I'm up to like 30,000 steps or something.
All right, so the question I was asking others who weren't able to really partake in that is, did you see anything that you thought was like, hey, wow, that's pretty cool? Or did you see anything and you were thinking like, why the heck is this here? Probably the latter, right?
Well, no. I mean, I will say that one of the things that I saw was a relatively new company called Your Venue.
Okay.
And it's basically, they're not paying me to say this or anything. I just thought it was cool. Yeah. It's basically what I think they called it a PXS, so a property experience system.
Right.
So it's for managing non-rooms inventory classes, that sort of thing.
Like an asset management type thing.
Well, not assets, but yoga classes, horseback riding, cabanas, experiences, that sort of thing. But designed more for hospitality, where there's other systems out there that are for fitness studios and gyms that we've kind of like hijacked into hospitality. Yeah. And I don't know, good people, nice people, had a good chat. Slick, clean interface where it's all consolidated into one thing. So it's not like, oh, here's the one itinerary, here's your dining reservations, here's your other thing. It just seemed to be nicely done. I mean, they're new. We'll see what time shows, but that was good.
That's cool.
For people that shouldn't be here, I don't think I'm going to touch that one.
And I didn't mean actual companies. I mean, I always go back to, I find it funny when you're at HITEC and there's like in-room phones. Like and you're like, I haven't picked up a hotel phone in 15 years.
There are some companies that shall remain nameless that I think are a bit dated. And when you go to HITEC and you see their product and then you see the new kid on the block that learned from them and started fresh, you're like, this isn't a good look for you guys. You know?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
So have you done anything fun in Toronto besides coming to the Hockey Hall of Fame tonight?
First of all, the Hockey Hall of Fame is amazing. I'm not even really a hockey fan.
Still
but
cool.
It's so cool. Like, the building is amazing. The architecture is amazing. I did take lots of pictures for my Canadian friends that I'll be sending to them to make them feel jealous. I'm here with my my friend Evan, who's my project manager. He comes along every year and such. He's never been to Canada before, so I introduced him to poutine. And that was a big thing. Because poutine is the food of the gods. It's amazing. So honestly, 30,000 steps. The day's mainly been on the floor. We haven't really had a chance for anything else. So
you earned your poutine at the end of the day, brother.
Yes, it was good. It was good.
So tell us a little bit, like, AG Hospitality. What's next for you guys? Like, what are you guys doing currently? What's next for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we basically specialize in assisting independent luxury properties. Okay. So anywhere from like 1 to 6 properties. Basically independently owned, although some are part of like bigger management companies and such. And the way I kind of look at it is, you have hotel owners who usually, they tend to be vision people, right? Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want it to look like. But they don't really know the steps to get there a lot of the times. Right. And that's not saying anything bad. It's just like, they've got the money, they've got the idea and such, but what's the technology? What's the operational steps? How do you actually get there?
Right.
And then it's like, well, that's why we hired a GM. Well, the GM is busy running the hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have time to come to HITEC and find out these great solutions. They don't have time to figure out all these things. That's where we can come in and help. So, we've opened some of the, we opened Castle Hot Springs north of, which is one of the top hotels in the country now, if not the world. Ambiente in Sedona just opened, the Landscape Hotel. It's amazing. Back when I was in operations, I opened Mountain Shadows. So we've done a lot of ones. We've got bunch of clients, Mosaic Hotels out in Northern California. We work with them. We didn't open, but we offer them a lot of assistance with things. We do technology, we do asset management. We're developing a spa called the Arabella Spa in Sedona. Cool. About a $25 million project, 20,000 square foot Nordic style thermal spa, 350 lockers, restaurant, treatment rooms. 360-degree views of the Red Rocks in Sedona from our bar and pool on top of a butte. It's going to open in about 2.5 years if all continues well. And
cool.
We do a lot of different things. I've been in operations for 20 years. The other people on my team, similar amounts. So a lot of experience out there on how to practically get things done.
That's great.
Not just set the target and stumble your way there.
Right.
So
that's great. Well, look, you've survived day one. You've had a great night at this event.
Yep.
And we wish you all the best tomorrow, which is really kind of the key day, I think, at HITEC, kind of the middle day or the whatever, the swing day to the series, whatever it's called. I don't know. But enjoy
Hump day
it.
at HITEC.
Hump day at HITEC, and it is a Wednesday, so it's perfect. So enjoy it, and we appreciate you taking the time.
No, I appreciate you taking the time. You guys do a great job on your podcast. We're big fans, and best of luck to you as well.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks for coming by.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, and now we have Michael C. Cohen. Michael, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You've been a guest on the Modern Hotelier before. Welcome back.
Well, first of all, great to be back. Thank you, Steve.
Thank
you, David.
You're welcome.
So I'm Michael C. Cohen, as you very well said. I'm the managing partner of a global organization called Growth Advisors International Network, GAIN. We're a global organization of advisors that work with technology companies, hotel brands, VCs, and government and NGOs to grow and expand technology in the travel and hospitality space internationally.
And I know this isn't your first HITEC. How many have you been to?
14.
14. What makes you keep coming back?
Well, this industry globally, technology or otherwise, is about people.
Right.
So yes, this is a technology conference. Yes, this is about feeds and speeds and OpEx and CapEx, but it's really about people.
Yep.
And the relationships that have been established over the years, they kind of grow, they expand. People maybe move to different sides of the business. They may be on the vendor side, they may be on the hotelier side, They may be guest facing, they may be back of the house. But the intrinsic relationships, they keep getting deeper and keep getting more layered. So when you have those kind of, I wouldn't say friends per se, sometimes friends, but when you have those kind of true, trusted relationships, you can get a lot done commercially.
Absolutely. 100%.
Right. So you had a new GAIN client. Why would you tell them to come to HITEC?
Well, first of all, I would tell them they need to come to HITEC with someone like GAIN.
Right.
Because yes, it's very friendly. Yes, it's you can scale, but it's still cryptic.
Right.
There is a puzzle that needs to be completed to be able to successfully maximize the significant investment that you would make at these kind of trade shows.
Sure.
So therefore, you want to come grow your business, but you also want to be with a team or an organization that is going to maximize your chance for success and scalability.
Now, HITEC's about technology. What are some cool technologies that you've seen while walking the floor?
Well, the cool thing is that there's much more leading edge than bleeding edge.
Yeah.
Meaning that used to be cool technology is like, wow, but that never is going to have any viability or use case in the industry. What I've seen over the last 5 or 6 years, because investors are far more shrewd on what bets they're going to place, the actual innovation is far more real. It has real case days. So we've talked about this, Steve. I'm very much into the holographic technologies. People like HoloConnects and other companies are really nailing it on the actual execution of delivering holographic guest services, which are obviously optimized for enabling, delivering quality check-in, quality guest services when there's a huge problem with staffing. Or this next level of immersive technology. So metaverse, and people get, I talk about it a lot.
I love it too.
But it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Nike, Adidas, all the major brands in retail, they've invested huge. Now what's happening is that the hotel and travel brands are understanding that they have to invest, and it's at HITEC, with location-based immersive activations that drive engagement, drive guest services and experiences, pre, present, and post of a guest stay or a destination experience. So those are the two areas that I really think are continue to mature, and there's layers of innovation being brought to the industry by those kind of technologies.
100% agree. And I'd like for you to talk about AI. AI has been such a huge topic. I feel like we're going to see more AI companies pop up over the next 6 months as we understand how to use it. Can you tell us how you think that's going to affect the hospitality industry?
Yeah, huge, actually, because here it is. There's 30% of the hospitality industry is drudgery. It's repetitive tasks. It's, frankly, tasks that nobody really wants to do but have to be done. Those types of interactions, work, analysis, we are and will be replaced by artificial intelligence. So again, we have an actual professional services pack that's all about hotel AI. We work with hotel brands, we audit their whole systems, front and back of the house, and we give them advice on what sort of case studies and entry points so they can enable AI to eliminate the drudgery so their staff can work on the higher value jobs, the higher value tasks that drive guest satisfaction and drive revenue and margin.
Get your mind off those mundane tasks and focus on the guests. 100% agree.
Yeah. So I'm very proud to have founded Gain with you, to serve as chairman. You've done an excellent job as managing director. Tell us what tonight means to you. I mean, this is an incredible event. So what does this mean? As you know, behind us are hundreds of people,
right?
You know, that have come here and really are impressed and proud to either be part of, be a client of, be a friend of Gain. What does it mean to you?
That's heavy, man.
Yeah.
And it's a good heavy.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody works hard.
Yeah.
Everybody has vision. Everybody has aspiration.
Yep.
If you love what you do and you surround yourself with great people and smarter people than yourself, which is a cliche, you have a higher probability of success and happiness.
Yep.
So right now, I'm probably one of the happiest feelings I've ever had in my professional career. When I was 19 years old, this is local to me. Toronto is my town. When I was 19 years old, I promised myself, I was here with my dad, and I promised myself that someday I would have an event or a corporate event in this location.
Yeah.
It took 28 years or whatever, I can't do the math right now, but it's fantastic. So it is a culmination of a vision, of an aspiration, but being surrounded by incredible clients, incredible partners, incredible people, it makes it so fulfilling.
Yeah. And I can just tell you, and we'll end on this note, HITEC, 23 years for me.
Wow.
Many
You're
events.
that old.
I'm that old. Had a lot of work done, so you can't really see
Totally.
it. Everyone we've had on was blown away by the event tonight. Everyone I talked to was super impressed. Everybody was like, can I get another 3 people in as I come? Everybody wanted to be here. So I think we'll end on that note, but great job, and proud to be part of Gain, and it's been a great event. Yeah.
Cheers.
And thank you. Thank you for doing this. You did it, like David said, phenomenal.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thank you.
And I want to talk about this venue a little bit. This is incredible, y'all. This is a Hockey Hall of Fame. We have cathedral ceilings, a Stanley Cup, absolutely incredible. You guys have put a lot of work into this. We appreciate it. Can you kind of tell us what's next for Gain and, you know, what to expect from here on out?
Yeah, so for Gain, we're working close with governments, with private equity groups, with startups, with enterprise companies that are looking to expand. We're launching Gain Talks, which is going to be a speaker bureau of hospitality tech people that will be speaking at these engagements. And it's really kind of organizing that so people can actually go to a place to find those people. So, you know, again, this has been a great event, great town, great people. And, you know, I think, you know, it's sad we're halfway through. We got tomorrow, and I think we're already thinking about Charlotte next year.
Absolutely. And this is our second HITEC together for the Modern Hotelier.
Correct.
We elevated from a booth now to an event.
Yep.
Excited for next year in Charlotte. And I just want to say thank you for embracing this journey with me.
No, thank you. Behind us is John.
Yes.
As most of you know, he's back there. He's doing his thing and helping us. And we look forward to continue to bringing you guys insights into what's going on in hospitality.
Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
You made it to the end of The Modern Hotelier. Thanks for listening. The Modern Hotelier is produced by Make More Media. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or follow wherever you get your podcasts. If you know of a guest or sponsor that would be a good fit, feel free to email us at hello@themodernhotelier.com. Thanks, and have a great day.